Hey there, everybody. This is Tim Keefe at Transform CX, and wanted to just take a short minute to talk about the incredibly challenging situation in Baltimore. I mean, an absolute tragedy with the collision between the cargo ship Dahlia and the Francis Scott Key Bridge, resulting in the complete destruction of the bridge. And I'm sure we've already heard some conspiracy theories about terrorism, etc. And the good news, if there is good news, obviously there's been a tragic loss of life here. But the good news is this is one of those situations where we learn, unfortunately, very quickly how delicate the infrastructure is that we all depend on every day. We have bridges all over the country. And by the way, this is the second time, and I'm sure there are many others, but second time that I'm personally aware of ships destroying a bridge. This happened in Tampa Bay, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, and it was destroyed when a cargo ship tanker got lost. The pilot got lost or disoriented due to a rain squall, resulting in a collision with the bridge and the loss of, I forget how many lives, but I actually had worked with the assistant pilot on that ship in previously. And even though I didn't talk to him afterwards, he's been interviewed quite a few times, and he ultimately left the industry, the maritime industry. But a horrible, horrible situation. But again, I think it comes back to now, just think about all the things that we depend on that aren't going to be able to happen. You know, a ship that was supposed to unload today because it now can't. And everybody goes, well, what difference does it make? It's one ship. Well, one ship nowadays, of course, may hold multiple days of supplies of everything that we depend on, from food, services, to putting fuel in your car. And I just think these are important to think about, because even though they're not in our immediate control, it points out that infrastructure and protecting the infrastructure is really important, and we take it for granted every day. These bridges and infrastructure don't get the maintenance they need. That money is often, oh, well, we're going to spend that money for some other project, and we can defer that repair, that maintenance for another couple of years. We've had bridges, there was one in Minnesota that just collapsed a couple of years ago, and it was due to corrosion. It just wasn't being kept up. You take a look at the situation in Baltimore. Now maybe there's going to be a situation where the Coast Guard may require that tugboats are available, or at least a tug available, in the event that what happened, the ship lost power, and this can happen. These are, ships are running with a single diesel engine. They don't have redundant engines, so anybody who thinks that that's the case, it's not true. They are big engines and they're very sophisticated, but some of these big Sulzer diesels are pretty amazing. A 5-cylinder engine that's 30,000 horsepower, but you're also pushing a ship that's close to 1,000 feet long, that's probably in the 60 to 70,000 ton range. Once you lose power, it's going where it's going. And that level of impact to any infrastructure is going to be significant. So I think the point here is, as we are constituents, are we getting the people that we elect to office focused on the right things? I'm not being political here. I'm just saying, here are critical items that impact us every day, and are the right things being paid attention to. I think there's a lot of conversations, a lot of energy being put into things that, while may be viewed as important, are we really doing the right things in the right time? Anyway, this is Tim Keefe with Transform CX. Thanks for listening.